Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, holy shit, I got a big one here. Who wants a vaccine passport? I hope you said me, because 66% of the world's population is about to get one, and I guarantee that probably includes you based on the viewers we have on this channel. So if your country exists on this list right here, anywhere in any one of these 5 groups, you're included in this. What am I talking about? So let's jump over to this article out of CBN News. Yes, I've never heard of them either, but they're the only people reporting on this. Why the mainstream media is silent is beyond me, but let's get into what happened. So every year there is a global economic event that occurs called the G20. So the countries in the list that we just looked at all get together, they talk about economic issues and draw out plans. Well, this year they went a little bit further, and they went ahead and had their tourism ministers draft up a global vaccine passport. Yes, absolutely ludicrous. So let's dig down into the article here. Sorry if I do a fair bit of reading. It's just the best and most effective way to relay the information. So the leaders of the world's largest economies at the G20 meeting held in Bali, Indonesia this week did much more than discuss current economic troubles. They also drafted and signed a declaration in which the 20 countries agreed to adopt vaccine passports with a purported goal to promote global travel and tourism. Oh, it gets worse, boys and girls. Get ready. Bloomberg reported the tourism ministers from several countries had backed the use of vaccine passports last year in an effort to boost international travel after the pandemic tanked the tourism industry. Now, they went on to say that it's essential for speeding up global economic recovery efforts, and the move is raising concerns among critics. Do you think? So basically, what they said, Section S23 is going to facilitate seamless international travel. It would also develop shared technical standards and verification methods, including vaccine passports. It also commits to support continued international dialogue and collaboration on the establishment of trusted global digital health networks that should capitalize and build on the success of existing standard digital COVID-19 certificates. It further goes on to say, and there's a shared updated document, which I'm going to share with you here in a second, that's absolutely terrifying. I mean, frightening. Just freedom goes to die here. Anyway, the G20 vows to endeavor to move towards interoperability of systems, including mechanisms that validate proof of vaccination, whilst respecting the sovereignty of national health policies and relevant national regulations such as personal data protection and data sharing. It has been proposed that this digital health certificate would adhere to the World Health Organization standards. Great, love those guys. They're fantastic. Under the proposal, only if a person has been vaccinated or tested according to those standards would they be able to travel internationally. Let me play for you this clip. We'll dig into the other document that's absolutely horrifying, and then I'll let you go on about your day, and you can go ahead and fret.
So let's have a digital health certificate acknowledged by WHO if you have been vaccinated or tested properly, then you can move around. So for the next pandemic, instead of stopping the movement of the people 100%, which clogged the economy globally, you can still provide some movement of the people. Indonesia has achieved, G20 country has agreed to have this digital certificate using WHO standard, and we will submit into the next World Health Assembly in Geneva as the revision to international health regulation. So hopefully for the next pandemic, we can still see some movement of the people, some movement of the goods, and movement of the economy.
Okay, so that is one of the members of the G20 going ahead and explaining to you what they're actually trying to do. The vaccine passports could be a paper or digital code or an app that records and displays the user's health information, including COVID-19 vaccination status. Digital health passports would involve a scannable code similar to an airline boarding pass. Then tracking and tracing apps could monitor the user's movement and their interactions with other people. The app would even issue a warning if the user moves outside of the quarantine zones. So if we take and we look at this G20 summit, Biden was there, Xi was there, All the major countries were there. Let me ask you this question. Xi hasn't traveled in 2 years. Why would he suddenly now, in the midst of the biggest COVID explosion in China, suddenly go to this summit? Why would he suddenly travel? It's because they're working on this. Let me ask you this question. Is it possible that the lockdowns in China are actually a dress rehearsal for a worldwide rollout of this exact thing? I don't know. I have no facts to base that up. Just a question, just me asking some hypothetical things that make you say, little Arsenio Hall reference there for you. Anyway, so this is absolutely frightening. This is going to lock so many people down and just limit your ability to move everywhere. I don't know how this isn't a violation of every right ever. But what else we need to talk about is this shared updated document here. The 2022 G20 Bali update. I'll put a link to this down in the description. It's a PDF. You're going to have to download it. It's not an actual web page, so be aware, heads up. It's 59 pages long. I've perused most of it, not all of it. There's a particular section I want to highlight for you on page 9. I mean, this thing is just an absolute monster. So digging into this document, I'm just going to give you one or two quick examples. I don't really want to go through 59 pages. This video would be 4 hours long, but let me give you some examples of what is in this thing. So if we look here, I've highlighted part of it. So in area 1, key focus area 1, ensuring resilience against future shocks and challenges through adaptive social protection. I think you can draw your own conclusions on what that word jargon means. Adaptive social protection. Fantastic. The other piece, and I'll just read this one to you. We're not going to dig it out of the article. Feel free to go in and look for it. Remain committed to the Paris Agreement goal to hold the global average temperature increase well below 2 degrees Celsius and to pursue efforts to limit to 1.5 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Also, as a means to enable the achievement of the 2030 agenda. Guys, if you're still playing Republican versus Democrat or whatever other game that you're playing where they've got you split race, gender, whatever, you're playing the wrong game, guys. This is one world government against everybody in the world. They're moving forward. They've been working on this since 2013, 14, 15, 16. They're laying the groundwork for this. They've got us over here divided and fighting. Come together, realize that this is the true end game. They're working on this. They're having these meetings every year. They've got just thousands and thousands of people working on the framework for all of this. Vaccine passports, Paris Climate Agreement, adaptive social control. They're rolling out digital currencies. Go watch my digital wallet video that will explain to you how that's the next mechanism to drop. The Federal Reserve is already working on that. They're actually working on a pilot program now that it is rolling out as we speak. Guys, you got to be aware, you got to wake up, you got to see this kind of stuff, and you got to be prepared. I have no doubt that this video will get suppressed by the YouTube algorithm. If you get value out of it, please share it. If you could, subscribe. It definitely helps. I can't get the message out because I can't get any of my videos to get spread out there. So if you do get value, let me know. If you dig into this document, you find something else and we need to share it with everybody, let me know. But this is absolutely frightening. International travel is about to come to an end if you're not vaccinated. I know these are words I shouldn't be using on the channel. I'll probably get flagged. Luckily, I don't make any money, so it's not going to hurt me economically. But anyway, I encourage you to go look at these documents. I encourage you to go look at this article. I encourage you to get involved. I encourage you to stop fighting amongst each other. Just get along with your fellow person. You may not agree with everything they say, but unite against the common enemy and get out there and just be active. Please. Please, please, please. I'm sorry I don't have better news. This one frightened me. Go check this out.